Excited to hear that intro. TechFluencerTalk coming back live to you. Jose, how do you feel today? This is pretty cool as we kick off the new year. World Cup 2026, Jose.
Well, yeah, I'm very excited for both things. 2026 has bringing some hype, some exciting, a lot of things coming up, not only for the World Cup and everything that is happening around sports, but also with technology, with
Absolutely.
Abitronix in particular.
Woo,
So we
Abitronix.
got great plans for 2026.
Crazy. We've been working so hard since October, November, December in our pre planning as we kick off this year. Why don't you first and foremost let us introduce ourselves? Let's do this the right way. My name is Hugo Almeida, CEO of Abitronix, and I'm with
Jose Espitia, technology advisor here at Abitronix, but also on one of my patients, AV leader.
I have to say, you know your AV, that's for sure. By the way, those that don't know, he's the lead AV guy at Port Authority, so you must know what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Well, we have been there for
Yeah,
almost 4 years now,
time flies,
and
time
yeah,
flies, but we love it.
yeah,
Love
we love
working
it.
there.
We love it. Uh,
So we wanted to start recording here just to kind of share with you as we kick off the new year. We're in January. We have a lot starting to happen. We have been non-stop planning and just doing, right? So we figured we'd kick off this little podcast here. We started this podcast 4 years ago, right after COVID. During COVID, we kicked off a couple podcasts, but we wanted to start something in the field of technology when
yeah,
many, believe it or not, there was podcasting started probably 15 or so years ago. All right. And during COVID, there was a big boom. I was one of them. I joined the club. I gave talks at podcasts nationwide, and we broke Guinness's a book world record for having the largest audience virtual during the
yeah.
pandemic. It was pretty cool. But we kicked off Techfluencer Talk because we saw the velocity of where technology was heading, and we wanted to bring technology to our listeners, right? But to keep the conversation extremely simple. So we're not going to engineer your ears and eyes out there. We're going to keep it very simple so that everyone gets the importance of what we're trying to explain. But why don't we start off by one of the projects that Jose had? It was, what did you call it again? The Bits and Bytes webinar series. Give us
Yeah.
a little info on that. What are we looking to do this year?
Well, first of all, we started last year. That was our first marketing plan that we tweak in a way that we want to, add and put some flavor on it. Because the whole reason of doing it was showing our partners, our customers, the ways that we work here. Um, how we do it. We do it with fun. We do it, and don't get me wrong, not that we don't take serious our job, but we try to make it as relaxed and fun as we can, because at the end of the day, this is what we love. So we started with the
Absolutely.
bits and bytes, which it doesn't relate to only data, because if you think about, oh, bits and bytes, you're gonna this nerdy guy is gonna talk about, but bytes about the food, because us
We love food here at Abitronix,
yeah.
by the way. I mean, he wears many hats. For those that don't know Jose, first off, Jose, let me ask you. Let's just rewind a little bit, just so the audience gets to know us a little bit more. Jose is from Colombia. What were you in Colombia before coming here?
Well, as soon as I graduated from high school back in 2005, revealing my age here, I started the culinary school. So I went to this vocational school for 2 years, and I worked as a chef for a couple restaurants and hotels at my city, Barranquilla.
So trust me, we love food,
Yeah.
but we also cover our butts because we have a lawyer over here too. He didn't tell you that, did he?
Well, after 5, 6 years working on the restaurant industry and the hospitality industry in Colombia, I decided to go with my other passion, which is law. And I love to go to school. I love to be in a classroom. So I ended up getting my law degree. back in 2016.
But
So,
but here's a funny thing. He realized he had another passion, and it was technology, AV. So here we are today. How long have we been together now? It's been what?
well, it's gonna be 8 years
Wow,
on
time flies.
October
He was a
this year.
baby when he started here,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't have to
fresh
wait.
out of law school. But
Yeah.
so let's kick it back. Well, let's go to the webinar series here. The goal that Jose came to me and he presented a plan for this fiscal year because one of the things that we really want to do, we're very big on education. We love to share the evolution of technology, really what's happening. And believe it or not, there is a lot happening. I mean, listen, I don't have to tell anybody that dabbles in technology what are the two most important concerns in today's world: AI, security, right? So, what better than to bring Bits and Bytes webinar series? What is it? Every once a month, I think it is. Once every three
Yep.
weeks.
Yeah, we move a little bit from our actual strategy last year, which was one every 3 months, to now we're gonna be doing one session each month, and every session is going to be attached to a podcast. So we're going to
Yep,
have the opportunity not to only be on a webinar where, usually interaction happens, but it doesn't happen in a personal way. So you're going to get to know who's going to be your presenter. You're going to get to know the person that's going to be driving the session during the webinar, so you get familiar to it, you get interest to it, because here at Abitronix we care about that. We care about the person. We're just not,
absolutely. That's the
like
culture we have here. I love working here. I really do.
yeah, me too sometimes.
He's got a horrible boss, by the way.
Yeah, I gotta talk to him. I need a raise.
You believe this? Back to our podcast here at TechFluencer Talk. I wanted to ask you, Jose. So, what is right around the corner? So, we're going to kick this off for our first episode, which is in about a week. So, when is it, and what's the topic, Jose?
Okay, we're gonna be kicking off our World Cup series edition of the Bits and Bytes webinars with the Supporters Shield. Everything is
Supporter
gonna
Shield.
be related to soccer, since we're gonna
Love
be
it. Football.
hosting our World Cup here in our backyard,
That's right.
MetLife
Met Life.
Stadium.
That's right. The finals are here.
Yeah. So we're so excited for it that we decide to move with the whole soccer, football, um, topic, and every single trend that we have seen in technology we have matched it to something related with football, because that's one of our hobbies that we love to not only to watch but to play as well. For the ones that don't
Well,
know,
maybe used to play.
Hugo was a coach. He used to
I was a
play.
player.
Yeah, he
Ah,
was.
again, I coached.
I,
Yeah. I loved it.
yeah. And
Still love
Hugo's
it.
son was a really good soccer player too.
Yeah, God
So,
bless him. He was.
yeah.
I say
So,
was because he kind of retired, and guess what? He's in corporate America now.
but
But man,
he's not playing soccer anymore.
he
Oh
was.
man, that's a waste. He should do it
I
at
miss
least,
watching him.
he
Yeah,
should do it at least
yeah.
like for one of the many sports that he practiced. But well, getting back into our conversation, we're gonna start with one of the trends that you mentioned before, and is the security. It is important to have frameworks. It is important to have systems that help you to secure your organization. But one of the weakness that we have seen, and people sometimes, organizations doesn't realize, is the human piece. Why is
Key.
important that your employees, the team that is working with you, is aware about
So true. So
all the
true.
threats that are coming day by day.
Yeah,
I would say not even day by day, every
yeah,
single hour,
yeah.
especially now with all these technology enhancements in terms of AI, in terms of even quantum computers.
Oh,
which is,
It's right around the corner.
yeah,
I mean, it's kind of scary.
it is.
I gave a recent talk at Kane University on AI and where we're heading.
Well,
Um, let me tell you, had everybody's attention that day. With quantum computing, and the next phases and right around the corner with AI, where we're heading, and by 2030,
yeah,
it's going to be crazy.
it's gonna be.
So I think we our first kickoff is going to be all about security awareness and managed security awareness training because what Jose just mentioned is so true. One of the areas where hackers love to feed off of, right, is the employee. It's
Hmm.
always in many of the cases of hacking, it's a it's a human mistake.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is educating your employees what to be looking out for, and managed security awareness training is vital. No matter what size organization you have, small, medium, large. Critical, imagine for universities, right? Universities have large campuses.
Hmm.
Students are coming in
Yeah.
every year, and students coming in and they're just tapping into that network. So you have to not only protect it, but you have to educate them. You have to educate them to what to look out for. I mean, phishing emails are constantly getting better and better, and even through AI, voice,
Yeah.
video. I
Deep
mean,
fakes.
deep fakes are scary out there these days. So we have that coming up. What's the date again?
That's
January
gonna be January the 27th.
27th. What time?
It's gonna be held at 11 a.m.
Yep.
Eastern time.
Easy to register. Get on our website, Abitronix.com. If you go all the way to the far right, I think it's under events,
It's under events.
and then just click on
Yeah.
all the webinar series. You'll see what's happening. Something else that we're doing this year is,
And sorry for interrupt
yeah.
you, but there is an special announcement here
Oh,
because it's not only the educational piece that you're gonna get. We have a really great partner that is gonna be with us, and they are sponsoring this section too. And we are gonna have some giveaways as well.
we are.
So yeah,
Whoa.
I get my boss to approve it, and our sponsors approve it too.
So
So
pretty cool. So we're gonna have some giveaways.
yeah, we're gonna have some giveaways as well. And since the whole purpose of the Bits and Bytes is to share something as well, we're gonna be sharing some Uber Eats gift cards
Very
for
cool.
you too, so you can grab a coffee during the session. You can, maybe grab some lunch while you are in the session. So you're not only getting a good piece of information, but we're gonna be sharing a lunch
I love it.
with the Abitronix team.
So Jose, before filming and starting to start this podcast, he said, "Don't sit on that chair. It sinks." I was like, "Don't worry about it. I'm tall."
Are we
I
standing
said,
now? Let's
"I'm standing now.
Yeah,
You don't have to stand
yeah.
now.
Let's
Let
make
me
it
just
even.
adjust
So
these
yeah,
mics here.
let's make it even
There we
because
go. There we go. There we go." So here we are, back to TechFluencer Talk podcast, where we bring technology to you in a simple state, just so you can understand what's happening out there. So, one of the other things that we did is we reviewed what worked last year. Webinars, they work. Very education. We're big on that. Again, we're not even selling. It's all about education, bringing up key topics in the area of technology, AI, security, mobility, software, Microsoft Teams, Google, Azure. So be it. All these different trends that are right around the corner. And then we started finding a lot of success by hosting lunch and learns. But these are not just like your typical, hey guys, show up in a crowd, get some free food. We select certain corporations, we invite them. I mean, it's an open invite, right? But it's hard sometimes for people to get away from their busy schedule. But let me tell you something. At Abitronix, we really focus on selecting the topics and those points that are really concerning out there, things that companies today really need to better understand what is actually happening in their industry. How are they leveraging AI, right?
yeah,
In the contact center space,
customer experience. Everything is about customer experience
everything
now.
today is CX. It's
Yeah,
customer experience, which eventually, listen, it equates to improving revenue. Employees become a lot more effective, much more efficient, and the customer experience, which is vital and key, improves improves a lot. So whether you're utilizing a standard contact center, enhancing it with a little bit of AI, or maybe layering out with another AI application, right, to help you actually get to customers by using AI before it actually comes to us, the human. It's a fantastic way to leverage technology to really improve the not only have the AI agents actually answer questions, but use you as a human's time efficiently and effectively. By the time a call comes to me, it went through all of the filtration. It comes to me, and now I can just focus on the final piece of that puzzle, answering the customer's direct question. But you're going to find that over 75, maybe 80% of the questions can be answered. So that's just an example in the CX space of what we manage day to day. The beauty of our roles, right, as
Yep.
technology advisors, and this is something we talk about all the time, why we love what we do. Because we don't sell, we listen. We ask a bunch of questions, right? How do you secure your environment? How do you collaborate? What softwares are you using? How do you communicate if you've got a bunch of different international offices or maybe
Yeah.
just nationwide offices? It's important. So, what happens is we truly get to understand your business and your company and your people. And there is, believe me, 99.9%, I'm saying this with very confident, very
Five
confident
nines.
about the, yeah, but the five nines, I'm pretty confident on this one. There's always a need.
Yep.
Every company, no matter large enterprise, medium, small, has a necessity. And that's kind of where we shine.
Yeah.
What would you say the best part is? Why don't you share with us what's a recent sale that you've done and talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, this came from actually a conversation with a good friend of mine. We went together to law school.
Network, network. Another law expert.
And we were catching up. We were catching up. We hadn't talked in a while. So he ended up telling me that he started this new role at a BPO company of my city. And we were just talking because he asked me, why did you move from the legal industry to the tech industry? And I told him, well, this is one of
Pays
my,
better.
yeah. Well,
We're
I
getting there.
I thought that was less headaches, but he ended up being the same. But but at the end of the day, our conversation drove us to one specific topic. How do you think that my boss, the actual CEO of the company, can have one less headache with agents not performing? They were going through tons of hours of conversations that they recorded on their contact center. They were having a lot of issues with agents that weren't performing. So they were having agents that were doing good and they were getting burned because most of the times all the people that did the pre-sales cycle were sending them the best, obviously performing the closers,
Yep.
all the deals. So they were and this is funny, they were complaining about having too much to close.
Yeah. You
So
believe that?
it's crazy. But we ended up speaking about that, and I told them, why you guys don't just change for a platform that can solve at least 9 of those 10 issues that you guys have.
Yep.
And I show him a good partner of us that does a lot of AI analytics through their contact center solution.
But we always bring options. So it's not like we favor, we're agnostic
Yeah.
to, so, we're not spiff driven here. We're not commission. We do right by our customers. And that is important. And that is why I always talk about the importance of having a very good technology advisor, a trusted advisor to your company, one that's actually looking out for your best interest when it comes to your investment for the company.
And I feel like for us as advisors, it's key to know what what is
Absolutely.
what is happening out there.
Yep.
It's
I
key
agree.
to know, it's key to have the knowledge because otherwise the consultation side of our job is not being doing it the right way,
Well,
you know?
why don't we just plug who won the contact center, the BPO application, the outbound calling center?
Well, I brought a couple providers on the contact
So who
center
won?
space. The one that ended up winning the opportunity was Dialpad. Yes, we
Why?
got it. The reason why they ended up choosing Dialpad because this is a customer driving pick. We didn't influence
No, I
in that
remember that. Yeah,
selection.
we were back and
We
forth.
were
I remember them
just
going back and forth, back and forth.
yeah, and the whole idea is first, that was my first deal with this company.
Mhm.
Knew the head of the legal team, but the CEO, the director of operations, I just meet them a couple virtual sessions before, and I've never spoke with them. So we gotta build the trust with them
Absolutely.
because is especially on the Latino market,
That's right. It's
Latinos,
relationships.
we tend to not trust anybody right away,
So,
so
so where are we today? Is there more activity happening over at that company? Because there's always you always create more growth. Believe it or not, many corporations are always concerned about the expense and the cost, but they kind of forget that little piece, the return on that investment. And we help the customer understand that piece of it. So, talk to us. What has happened? I mean, we're talking about a deployment.
this
It's been a couple months ago, and now, Jose, what do you have on the plate?
this company actually started quoting 25 licenses for contact center. They were hesitant. They
25.
saw they saw all the
Small.
They saw three different demos, not only Dalpad, there
Yeah,
was
a
two
couple
other
others. Yeah.
companies that was involved in this opportunity. They saw the demos, they, asked all the questions, and they wanted just to try. The CEO was, a little concerned with uh, the budgets. This is a BPO, so they are always like cost driven. And well, you got to understand that that's a really crowded and hard space.
It's tough.
That industry stuff, they're competing with all over the world. I mean, not only with the local market, but
I
also
think every
with,
industry's tough at the moment.
yeah, that's
It's
true.
not an easy space anymore.
As far as today, after 3 months, this opportunity went from 25 licenses to 160 licenses.
And
And
continues to grow.
they are starting to do the whole organization transition to Dalpad. That
So,
means more than 450 seats.
what's really just so our listeners understand a little bit about our company. We've been around. We're going to be 24 years old in 1 month. We're here recording in January of 2026. On Valentine's Day, February 14th, we are going to turn 24 years old. But for the companies that don't know us that well, obviously we've been around. We've seen the evolution of technology. But those that don't know where we come from, we come from the international world. We have customers in over how many countries? 40,
42, 44?
something like that, probably more by now, globally, 6 different continents. So we not only understand the technology that the world actually needs, we understand logistics extremely well. We know global negotiations, how it works, economics, obviously, in and we have to always pay attention to what's happening in every country, right? So I say that because it's imperative the fact that you can work with global entities and bring dynamic solutions utilizing technology at our fingertips, right?
Mhm.
We, like Jose mentioned earlier, it's our role to understand what
Yeah.
every service operator that we work with, what do they do? What are the differentiators? How does one compare against the other? That's critical in this space. And también nosotros podemos estar haciendo estos podcasts, grabando videos, etcétera, en español, ¿no es cierto, José?
Sí, claro.
En cualquier idioma.
Claro.
Aquí también se puede hablar un poco de italiano,
Aquí
se puede
hablamos
hablar un poco de
portuñol, aquí
portuñol.
hablamos.
Pero bueno, back to English, it's pretty cool that as a global company here for 24 years, we understand the technology sector. And we're just excited. Jose, before we wrap up this episode, and thanks again for doing this on the fly. We just listen, we don't plan. We just decided right now, let's record. Let's hit that record button and let's just do it. So, March 3rd, what is happening?
Well, we part of our plan with the bits and bytes was landing a big expo. We wanted to bring one of the biggest expos that you can think of. You know, the shows that happen in California, the shows
Right.
that happen in New York. We wanted to bring it right next to our neighborhood.
I'm
And when I said neighborhood, is
200%.
because
That's
I got
right.
a friend of mine that was like raised in that area, and we decided why we don't share with our customer base, with all the industries around that area, what it looks like to be in an expo like that. I know that some of the not some, many of the CEOs on the mid small size market, sometimes they have to do
That's
uh,
right.
many things. They have to wear so many hats that they don't have time to travel. They cannot,
Hey, let's not.
just
It's expensive
leave.
too.
Yeah.
So that is one of the pieces that was missing. We said, okay, we got the webinars. We're educating everybody monthly. We have the lunch and learns. We could do face to face and bring in a couple experts. But I said, let's just bring an expo. Let's have
Yeah.
one room where we have a little mini Vegas expo with leaders in the technology sector, cybersecurity experts, mobility, software,
AI.
AI, the big one,
Yeah.
and the customer experience, the CX providers, whether it's UCAS, CCAS, whether it is AI embedded into these solutions. We said, let's just invite them. Let's see who will come. Well, long story short, March the 3rd is becoming a lot bigger than we expected. We were just there on site today at Kane University. I'm an alumni, by the way,
No,
class of 1988. I probably shouldn't even say that number, but it is true. Class of 1988. Kane University agreed to my crazy idea of bringing and hosting a large technology expo. And for that particular reason, we were thinking of it is difficult to break away sometimes. Even if you're an IT manager, God knows if you're a CISO, you're just nonstop protecting your environment. But I said, well, why don't we make it accessible for experts, IT managers, executives, CTO, CIO, CISOs, just to drive over to Union, New Jersey at Kane University in the STEM building on March 3rd between 1 and 5 and just have the ability to converse with experts.
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How much you have to pay if you go to like CES or ISC?
Well, first off, let's not even talk about airfare at the moment because I'm
Yeah.
kind of
No.
ticked off right now for a trip I had to take and I'm not paying that type of money anymore. But also the hotel expense,
Yep.
time away from the office between 1 and 5 local, right? Whether in Union County, Essex County, Morris County, Bergen County, Hudson County, New York City, even PA, even Connecticut, we're close. Union, New
Yep.
Jersey is strategically located, and Kane University, the STEM building, is amazing. Amazing build. I mean, it is the tech building,
It is a
right?
tech building.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome. We filmed some commercials out there today. So please, for those that are listening and that lasted with us these 30 minutes, register. It's free. With that said, I just want to say thank you. We look forward for you following us throughout the year here at TechFluencer Talk and Abitronix. And we look forward to you for staying tuned to our podcast series that are going to be coming out once a month. And from time to time, we'll throw one of these crazy ones, the ones that are just not planned, right? Friday afternoon.
Yeah, well, thank you, Hugo, for having me here.
Yeah, Jose,
And
gracias.
con gusto. And looking forward for what is coming. Tech Expo is open registration already. You are going to find the link on our website as well under the events tab. Is open it to everybody from entrepreneurs to large enterprise. if you want to stay on top of what's happening in the tech industry, that's the place you need to be.
Absolutely. Close by. I hope you register. Look forward to meeting you all in person. Have a great day, everybody, and thank you for listening to TechFluencer Talk, sponsored by
Abitronix.
Abitronix.